Hi everyone. Welcome to our first virtual birdwatching walk. Today we're going to go through Oxley Creek Common, one of Brisbane's top birdwatching locations. Let's see what we can find. Let's start in the car park. For those who haven't been birdwatching before, the objective of a bird walk is to see or hear as many bird species as possible. And of course, another objective is to immerse ourselves in the environment and enjoy what we're experiencing in the present moment. I see today's first species approaching. It's the Australian magpie. I think someone must be feeding this one because it's making its way towards me. Normally they don't do that. No, it's not one of those videos where I get swooped. And that bird that just sung its song, that's the grey butcher bird. So there's a lot of white ibis here. See, they're not all in the city. These ones are eating insects under the ground. And here's someone different in here. This one's a cattle egret in breeding plumage. Those are masked lapwings calling. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, here we go. The masked lapwings are saying to the ibis, back off. They might have chicks. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it, but you can hear a brown quail in the background going, wee, wee. So let's have a closer look at the cattle egrets here. So they'll follow the cattle along and they'll kick up unsurfaced bugs and so forth, and then the cattle egret will have a meal. You often see them riding on the backs of the cattle as well. And the cattle don't mind. This one's a chestnut-breasted manakin. If you're from outside Australia, you may also know them as munia, chestnut-breasted munia. I think the ibis look really cool in this backdrop. That's tawny grassbird. This one's Loewen's honeyeater. You might be familiar with the machine gun-like call, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This one's its other call. And grey shrike thrush. And here we have our brush turkey. And this one's quite a young brush turkey. And of course we have the Teresian crow call in. Let's have a look in here. And here's the Teresian crow that's calling. And is it going to fly off? Actually today it's not busy at all, like I've only seen one other person. Normally there's bikes and dogs and there's a lot of other things happening around here, so it's good for the bird watchers. You might have just heard that. That was a whitbird. Eastern whitbird. They're easy to hear but hard to see. Here's a sacred kingfisher. I didn't think this would be on the fence, but there you go. There we go. And we have a redback fairy wren here. Oh, and here's a shining bronze cuckoo. Or is it? I think I need to submit this one for some others to have a look at to see whether it's a Horsfield's or a shining bronze. That's the whitbird again. And that's the olive-backed oriole. We're getting closer to that whitbird. There's also a white-browed scrub wren in here. Oh. Oh, here we have a silver eye. Oh, too quick. But you can hear it making that ee. So that's squawking, those are sulphur-crested cockatoo. Oh, here we have a sprangled drongo. It's a bit of a mouthful. And you can tell it's a drongo from its fish-shaped tail. And this one's a juvenile because it doesn't have the red eye. Oh, just in time. Other bird species are not too fond of sprangled drongos because the drongos go for their eggs and young, so they'll eat them. That one, the call of that one, that's a willy wagtail. And this is the bar-shouldered dove. Surprisingly, it's out in the open like this. Oh, there's heaps of them. Ooh, this one's saying none of that. These guys are eating little seeds. Probably from the weeds. So bar-shouldered doves are the ones that go ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, too many things to look at this morning. Let's see if we can zoom in. Here we go, here's that sacred kingfisher we saw earlier. And I can hear, oh here we go, rainbow bee eaters. This is an Australasian fig bird. In really bad lighting, but let's see if we can get it. Oh, here we go. This one's the male. It has the red eye patch, whereas the female has white breast with a speckled front. Oh, where did it go? Okay, it's gone. That was quick. Ooh, we are lucky today. Let's see if we can see these rainbow bee eaters. And here we go. Be cool if it could turn around. What do we have here? Oh, this one's a brown honey eater. Oh, too quick. Okay, let's continue on.
Okay, I can hear a grey butcher bird, but I can't see it. Where are you? Oh, here we go.
It's not normally this wet. The last few days, there's been quite a lot of rain. That's tawny grass bird. Call in. Oh, there goes the tawny grass bird. And dropping down.
That grass must taste good.
I'm surprised that the cows don't get cut by the barbed wire though. Barbed wire fences can be slow and painful deaths for birds and bats when they hit or they get tangled in them. There are some pretty simple fixes like placing the top wire with a smooth one or placing a plastic cover over the top. Oh. This creek area normally has a lot of, has crakes and finches, heaps of different things in here, but not today.
I see some small birds flitting back and forth up ahead. Let's try and find out what they are. These are variegated fairy wren. The variegateds are my favourite fairy wren species in the Brisbane area.
And these are black-faced cuckoo shrike. Oh, and one has a stick insect. It's whacking it against the branch to pulverize it, so it's easy to eat. So here we go. And it has breakfast. We've got two ways we can go here. If we go straight ahead, that heads to the Secret Forest. And to the left is Willy Wagtail Way, which heads to Jabiru Swamp and Pelican Island. Both ways have different species. The Secret Forest is similar to what we've seen before, so we're going to head down Willy Wagtail Way because there's a swamp down there and we can see more water birds at the swamp.
And here we have a red-brow finch. And pretty close next to me is a magpie lark. Let's have a look. We're now approaching the end of today's bird walk. I've included in the video description the complete checklist of all the birds seen and heard on today's walk. The total number of bird species identified this morning was just over 50. And now we've arrived at Jabiru Swamp. Before we go, let's try and squeeze out a few more other species.
Here's an Australasian swamp hen. Here we have an Australasian darter. This one's a male.
Here we have the female superb fairy wren. And I'm going to try and track down the male. And here's the male in breeding plumage. That's great because just this morning we found the 3 fairy wrens available in southeast Queensland. Okay, let's finish up.
That's it for today. Thank you for joining me on this bird walk. If you're in the Brisbane area, be sure to check out Oxley Creek Common. If you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and catch you next time.